Hello. Why do we have an echo? Hello? Better. Hello. We had an echo. I just forgot to turn the sound off on my computer, so it's fun. Carol, hello. First to comment today. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Are you okay? Lisa, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Susie, hello, my lovely. Kelly and Lily, good evening. No wiggle tonight. Fingers crossed, Steph. We think we've fixed it. Fingers crossed. So hopefully, hopefully we've fixed it. We'll see what happens as we go on. But at the moment, no wiggle. Hello, hi, Bronnie and Jenny, Sarah. Good evening. How are you all? It is Friday. It's Friday, yeah. I'm fine, thank you, Samantha. How are you? Hi, Suzanne. So, it's our last night tonight for our Dizzy Treasure. So if you would like to grab a Dizzy Treasure, they'll be on the website until the end of the live, and then after that, they'll be coming off of the website. Lisa, bless you. Thank you very much for the stars there. 9-week streak. Thank you, my lovely. Very wet in Southend. It's cooler today. It's been a little bit rainy here and there where we are, but it's been cooler, which is amazing. Like, I was actually cold before I started live. Yep, the opening list was posted. I'll do a quick copy and paste of it because it's just in front of me here. There you go. I actually haven't checked to double see to double check to see if I need to add to that order list or not. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, I do. So maybe some of you might not be on the order list, but I will add to that as we go with the evening. Okay, so oh wow, Elizabeth, thank you very much for the stars. That's very, very kind of you. Excited planning a Disney booking reservations. I am very, very jealous, Samantha. Before the first lockdown last year, we were planning to go to Disney, but obviously it had to be cancelled because the first lockdown came in, and then we were still in the first lockdown when we were meant to have gone, and we just haven't rebooked yet. So, and I've never been before, so I'm very, very jealous. Oh, bless you, Emma. Right, so we're going to start for the evening. Like I said, last chance for our Dizzy Treasure today. Order list has been posted on the page. Again, I've been updating stock on the website as we go. So stock, you'll slowly see things reappearing, if that makes sense. I think that's everything. All oysters are available. I think that's all the updates. Okay, so up first today, I am looking for a Lily Brenton, and Lily will be commenting with Amy Thomas's under Amy Thomas's name. So Lily Brenton, are you here? Rhonda, bless you. Thank you for the stars. We do have space available tonight, Lisa, yes. Not just Dizzy Treasure, we have normal space available. So if you would like to order, you can do so on our website. It's up here and it's in the description above as well if you'd like the link. And I'll do an updated order list as we go. Amy, you're there with Lily. Perfect. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so Lily, I have a message for you. So I'm going to read you your message. Lindsay, thank you for the stars. Okay, so it says, to our amazing niece Lily on your 10th birthday. We know you have become a fan of Pearls of Brecon and sometimes watch with Mum. So we hope you enjoy your gift and you get something really special. We love you more than words. From Auntie Amy and Uncle Owls. So I'll read that one more time. To our amazing niece Lily on your 10th birthday. We know you have become a fan of Pearls of Brecon and sometimes watch with Mum, so we hope you enjoy your gift and you get something really special. We love you more than words, from Auntie Amy and Uncle Owls. And Lily, my lovely, you have a Dizzy treasure. So, is there anything in particular you're hoping for from your Dizzy treasure? I haven't seen Raya yet, no spoilers. Hopefully, it'll be a weekend watch with the kids. So, I'm going to spin your Dizzy treasure, Lily, and then whatever it lands on, it is yours. So, good luck, my lovely. You have number 6. So, number 6 is a bracelet of your choice with 2 oyster openings. Lily was hoping for number 8, 10, or 12. You have number 6, my lovely, which is any bracelet that you would like from the website. If you just have a look at our terms and conditions on the Dizzy treasure, but you get to pick which bracelet you would like, and then that comes with 2 oyster openings. So you could possibly have that, Lily. And you could have your pearls on there, you could have them loose to attach and detach. I hope you're happy with that. So that comes with 2 openings. I'll do those now for you. Amy, once Lily's made her decision, if you can pop me an email over with the 5-digit order invoice number and then what bracelet and obviously what colour pearl, and then I can get that all booked in. She's happy with that one? Perfect. Okay, so 1 and 2, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Excuse me. Just getting these open for you. And let's go down. So, oyster number 1 from your surprise oysters. There's one side you'd like to keep your shells, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to be cleaning them as we go along. There's one side, other side. So in your first oyster, I can see straight away you have a black cherry there. There's no more in that one. Now we're just going to be cleaning the shells as we go. Okay, so if I hold this one up so you can have a close look, your first pearl, Lily, is a black cherry. Let me get into focus. Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the camera back up and then I'm just going to refresh it just because in that way it should then refocus it. Sorry, and let's go back down again. There we go. Okay, so here is your black cherry to start with there. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Oh, it's a tough one. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning. And you're twinning bright, hot pink twins there. And there's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to take the flesh off here for you. Okay, and let's dry these pearls up so you can have a closer look. So you've got a black cherry and twinning pinks. Oh, I'm just going to really quickly readjust this lighting because it's gone slightly bright, hasn't it? And let me just readjust it here slightly. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. It went a little bit bright then, but there we go. Thank you so much from Lily. Love from Lily. Very, very happy. Perfect. Let me pop them on the board for you. So your black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. Did I say pink 0.5? I'm not sure. Lily, I'm glad you're happy with those. And then, like I say, once you've made your choice, email that over to me with what colour you would like and what pearl you would like. What colour pearl you would like and what bracelet you would like, and then I can get that all booked in for you. Dear me, apparently I've got all everything's muddled up today. But Lily, I'm glad you're happy. I'm just wrapping up your shells, and then let me pop your pearls in here as well. So I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Deary me. Okay, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Up next is Donna Marie Bradshaw. Donna Marie, are you here? No, that was just the first one. Just the first one. We're just moving on to the second person on the order list now. So I'm looking for Donna Marie Bradshaw. Are you here? Donna, if you are here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone else sees Donna, please comment on her comics. It will bring it forward. And again, for everybody, apparently if you type the word pop, so POP, at the end of your whatever you're writing, it should make all your comments come through to me. It should stop it filtering it. I don't know if it works, but if it does, that's an enjoyable, quick solution. Oh, bless you, Emma. If you email me with your 5-digit order invoice number, I can then send you a reply back with the invoice as a link, opposed to just a separate email, if that makes sense. Anne, thank you for the stars. 11-week streak there. Hi, Kadri. Okay, so last call for Donna Marie Bradshaw. If not, we'll move on. So that was Bronny. Ah. Oh yeah, how you doing? That's quite a good one. My dad sings that to my nephew with his name. Not obviously them words, but that tune. Okay, so I haven't seen Donna, so we're going to be moving on. If she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list there. Up next is Gemma Street. Gemma, are you here? So I'm looking for Gemma Street. Are you here? Again, oh, Gemma, I can see you. Hello. Oh no, not a problem at all. We've added you on today, so that's fine. Can you have Expand the Rainbow donate the shells? Of course you can. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for, Gemma? So your Expand the Rainbow oyster. Let's go down. So your Expand the Rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, Gemma, you are twinning. There's no more in that one. You are twinning with brighter, lighter apple green twins. Now, also, they're slightly two-tonal because they've got slightly darker green spots on them, and that's on both of them here. So if I hold them up so you can see, so this is apple green, but as you go around there, you can see that it's got some darker green spots as well. And then it's the same on, oh, that's a larger pearl. It got stuck then. That's the same on twin number 2. There's not as many spots, but there's still those darker green spots. What do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which one you'd like on the jewellery, the one with more spots or not as many spots. Or if you're not happy with these, I can swap them for you. So the one with not as many spots is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the one with more spots is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. So they're measuring the same there. They're just slightly different with the amounts of spots, but the base colour's the same. Gemma, what do you think to those? Yeah, we do seem to be having a delay with comments. I don't know if it's a Facebook thing or if it's just a Facebook, like if it's a normal Facebook Live thing or if it's a Facebook Live thing with just us. I don't know between the two, but I think it is a lag somewhere with the comments through Facebook. Of course you can. So swap one. I'll swap one with the not as many spots on it, and then that way you've got the more spotty green. And then I've added in a blush pink here. Let me hold them up so you can have a closer look. And then I'll pop down that you'd like the pink on the jewellery. Let me bring you back up again. Gemma, I hope you're happy with that. And pop pink on here. Okay, and I hope you'll be happy with everything as well once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. No, Gemma, you're very, very welcome. And up next then is Jane Haswell. Jane, are you here? Very happy, perfect. Julie Hooker, hello, my lovely. I am looking for Jane Haswell. And again, Jane, if you're here. Oh, no, Jane, I can see you. Perfect. Jane, my lovely, you have a 4 pearl oyster and an additional oyster as well. If I grab your 4 pearl oyster for you, what other oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So this is your 4 pearl oyster. I'm just opening him up. What other oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So Jane, my lovely, I've opened up your 4 pearl oyster. Oh, no, I've taken it out the packet. What other oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Pop. Nunu. Perfect. Thank you. Who was that? Rebecca. Thank you for commenting on Jane's comment there. It brought it forward so I can see. And Jane, you'd like to keep your shells. That's absolutely fine. So we'll start with your Nunu rainbow oyster. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? Grace and Cheryl, hello, thank you for watching. So, Jane, let's go down. So Nunu Rainbow Oyster to start with. Oh, now the shell has broken slightly here. It just means that there's a crack in the shell there, but I will do my best to keep it as intact as I can. So there's one side. And the other side, you've got a runaway there, and I can see that you are twinning. Twinning with darker twins to start with there, Jane. Again, let me just take the flesh off here for you. Okay, and they look like they're very, very dark black cherry twins. So can you see that? They've got that slight hint of red-black cherry colour, but they're very dark, almost sort of black, and then they have that overtone there with them. They're beautiful. And then moving on to your 4-pearl quadding oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you are quadding. And you've got a few two-tonal pearls there, actually. There's no more in that one. So again, let me dry and clean your shells up, and then we'll have a closer look at those colours again for you, my lovely. Okay. Okay, so quite a nice lighter set of quads here. Your boyfriend who's getting them has it is your birthday year day. Well, I hope you're both happy with everything, Jane. So these are actually quite unusual. You've got a two-tonal lemon. That's a lemon yellow with lighter and darker. Oh, it was for your birthday yesterday. I'm ever so sorry. I didn't read that properly, Jane. I do apologise. Well, I do hope you've had a brilliant day yesterday. You've got a two-tonal apple green, so lighter and slightly darker again there. You've got a two-tonal lighter coral, again lighter and darker. And then you've got a two-tonal watermelon as well, with lighter and darker areas around the pearl there. Now they do need buffing up just slightly, which is something that we do. So you've got lemon yellow, apple green, coral, watermelon, and black cherry twins. What do you think to these, Jane? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, do let me know and I can swap them for you. So the black cherry number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The black cherry twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Oh, he is a 7, sorry. So that's slightly different sizes there. Two-tonal yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Two-tonal apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Two-tonal coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the two-tonal watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Emma, the that person's order, I've emailed them regarding that. What do you think to those, my lovely? And like I say, if you're happy, which ones would you like where? I'm just wrapping up your shells for you as well. Are you happy with those, Jane? You are perfect. Okay, I'm glad you like those. Let me just pop them all in here for you then, my lovely. I've just wrapped up your shells as well, Jane. So I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. That's safe on there. And then that's all up there for you as well. So Jane, I hope you and your boyfriend as well, I hope you'll both be happy with everything once it arrives, okay? Okay. Thank you, Tony, and welcome too. Up next is Angie Kitchen. Angie, are you here? Angela Kitchen, are you here? Joanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars. 18-week streak. Thank you, my lovely. I've lost my lipstick. Samantha, thank you as well for the stars there. 2-week streak. Thank you, my lovely. So I'm looking for Angela Kitchen. Angie, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. If anybody else sees Angie, please comment on her comments, because again, it will bring it forward so I can see. So I'm looking for Angie Kitchen. I do, Tara. Yes, let me just double check. Yes, we've still got space available for today. So if you would like to order, you can do so. I'll add you on to the end. And yes, Jen, there is. Tonight's the last night for the Dizzy Treasure Wheel. Okay, so last call for Angie Kitchen, and if not, we'll move on. Okay, so I haven't seen Angie, so we're going to pop. Huh? What for? I'm going to pop her to the side, and if she does come on, we can add her in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. What? Yeah. And up next, huh? Up next Sorry. Up next is Bronnie. And actually, Bronnie emailed to request Aaron to do her openings. So I'm going to leave you with Aaron, which is why he just sprinted in and I didn't understand. Are you going to dash off again? Is that what you're saying?
No, you is.
No, I'm not. No. I'll stall for 2 minutes. Where are you going?
Okay.
Right, so Bronnie, are you here before he sits down? She's here. Okay, so I'll leave you with Aaron. See you in a moment.
Hello there. It broke. How are you?
What broke? Oh, that's fine. And so, what did you do?
TikTok.
Something smells like it's burning. Are you cooking?
Yes. Which is why I had a timer. Go. How's everyone doing?
Would you like to run off quickly?
No, in a second.
Oh, let me. Oh, he'll be back in just a moment. Kathy, thank you for the stars. 25-week streak. Thank you, my lovely. He'll be back in literally just a second. Not the kitchen timer. He just forgot something. I did tell him earlier, Bronnie, what was on the order, but I may have to remind him because I'm not sure he knows what to do with the Dizzy Treasure. Oh no! You ready?
Hello again. So, moving on. Right.
No, wear your gloves.
Yeah, no, they broke.
Would you like?
I'm fine. It's okay.
Would you like some more gloves?
I'm okay. Right.
Okay.
How's everyone doing? What we doing?
You've got 2 oyster openings and then a Dizzy Treasure.
Cool. How many oysters and what's a Dizzy Treasure?
Ask Bronnie what oysters she would like and do those first.
Which oysters would you like?
Are you sure you don't want any gloves?
I'm good. I can wash my hands in a moment. Shoo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hi, Bronnie. What oysters do you want? Reckon just said I need to talk. How is everybody today? And no burnt dinner. Weird smoke coming out of oven while burning, cooking. Words are not coming out today.
Neither am I. Wait, the smoke's coming out the oven.
Yeah, I just turned the oven off.
What?
I think it just needs to clean.
What? Do I need to go in there?
No, I've turned it off. Anywho.
What are you cooking?
Cookies. What else am I going to be cooking on a Friday night? It's cookie time. 2 mysteries and donate. Perfect, because I don't do good at keeping oysters in. Right. And a 1. And 2. Right, pop those over there. So, 2 oysters. And
No, open them at first.
fine. And there's 1.
Bin for the rubbish is here.
Thank you. Jinx. Going down. Okay. Right. Let's go with this one first, shall we? What are you hoping for? I think I didn't break this one.
Well done.
I got skills.
They're
Right.
multiplying.
No, they're not multiplying, but I've got some skills.
Losing control.
Give it a squid, see if there's anything else. Okay, right, so we've got these two lovely ones here.
You are
Doubling.
no twinning. They go
Doubles. Okay, I'll leave that for Bracken to clean up.
No, stop. You have to go through the colour pearls. What colours are they?
We have a brown one and a purple one.
Huh?
Brown, purple.
Yes, dry them up.
But I'll say, if you say that's anything else, you blind.
Normally, we mostly agree when it's the darker pearls.
Yeah.
Retha, thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Please do not spill that sand.
Yeah.
No, move the sand when you open the next oyster.
But you don't want to. It makes it more risky.
No risky. I was just remembering the start.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, we get that one alive too. Scales.
Not
Right.
alive.
You know what I mean.
Oh, you have to.
Okay.
I know what you mean.
We stopped the show from going kablooey.
Okay.
Normally it goes kablooey.
It's because normally you squish it.
Normally I lose my patience and it goes. Anyway, and poke, poke, poke. Just keep poking. Just keep poking. Just keep poking.
Squidging.
Poking. Yeah, but the thing is, whatever word you use, I'm going to use something completely different. Singles. Okay.
Oh, we're actually being tidy today. Who are you and where is my husband?
He is on the moon. My name is Jarud.
Who? Jeru.
I don't know. Right, so we have a lovely purple one here. We have a brown one here. And one that looked purple but now looks brown here. It's not just me, that looked brown, right?
It's a chocolate with a purple overtone.
She's making up words.
No, it's real.
Uh-huh.
But that's what I actually. That's no, that's a real thing.
Uh-huh.
You can measure now.
Uh-huh. So, go for our little purple one first.
Do it over the sand, otherwise it runs away.
Whoa. Not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. That is a 6.5. Brown one from the middle.
The more chocolate pearl.
The brown.
It's a chocolate brown.
About as brown gets.
It's chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it's a shade of orange.
No, it's not.
Uh,
Don't start.
Okay. Do you want the actual reason of why that is?
What? Why? What is?
In terms of wavelength.
What?
Wavelength.
Wavelength and colour. Why do they go?
All colours have a different wavelength. And if you darken orange, you get brown.
Right.
Anywho. Not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. Oh, that poked through at 8, so that was an 8. And the one that Bracken seems to think miraculously is not a brown, it's a purple.
No, it's a chocolate with a purple overtone.
It's a purple.
It's not. We already have a blurple. We actually look. It's named blurple.
We'll call it brown.
No, blurple is mixed between blue and purple.
And this is purple.
Brapple.
You've got purple. This is purple.
We also have a pinkle and a purple.
And a twinkle and a twerkle. So, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. That, oh, it's getting stuck on an 8, so that's not an 8. Poke that through, and that is an 8.5. So, purple, brown, purpley brown. And Brecken has a weird I smell smoke look on her face. Anyway, right now, what is a dizzy treasure? And I hope you're happy.
What do you think a dizzy treasure is, Bobba? Move the camera back up. No, not that one.
I know, I'm joking. I just want to wind you up.
Right, move that bag out the way. This is a dizzy treasure. Wait, whatever number it lands on, there are the prizes.
Here we go. We have charm of your choice with 2 oyster openings.
What number did it land on?
94. Number 1.
Well, they may not be able to see the dingle flap.
It's in the centre. See, the big back pole. The one beneath that. Straight down. Straight down.
So what is it? One is
A charm of her choice and 2 oyster openings.
okay, which means, Bronnie, if you could email me with your 5-digit order invoice number and any charm on the website which comes with 1 opening, completely your choice, email that over and what colour pearl you'd like on it, and I can get that booked in for you.
And she wants to swap as well.
Oh, swap what?
Swap for a sunshine yellow, TARDIS blue, and a cherry black.
Go on then.
You don't want me to pick.
Okay.
We disagree in colour naming conventions.
Grab the sunshine yellow. Bright one.
I'm going to go for that one.
Yeah. Pop it in the sun.
Yellow.
And show them all at the end. What other colour, sorry?
TARDIS blue.
Tidy. Blue. Grab the darker one, so that one there next to my finger.
Oh,
Let me see. Yep.
I would call that Pepsi blue.
And black cherry.
Purple.
Get a darker one of those. Yep. Right.
This one.
Show her them in the sun and double check that they're okay. Move the other colours out the way.
I don't want to. I want to be confusing. So, now we're going to start this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, and we twist it, and we move it. I'm joking. Right. There's the, that's the old ones. So, yellow, blue,
Hold it closer.
red.
And then you put the ones that she doesn't want in the shell over here.
One, two,
3. Amy says, what colour is coral?
oh, that's a domestic waiting to happen.
She's happy with those. Okay, so you bring the camera back up. No, you haven't done the Disney treasure yet.
They spun the thing.
Yeah, but you need to open the 2 oysters. It's from the spotty bag.
Spotty. 1, 2. Or no.
You don't like this
Oh,
type
no.
of shell.
I just started rearranging her desk a second ago.
Oh, don't rip the kitchen towel. That's not right. You have to rip it in half.
I can do it however I want to do
No,
it
but it's not
because
right.
I'm doing it right now. Your OCDs can wait for another day.
No,
I'm giving it a distressed look.
You're making me itchy. Oh.
Yeah. That makes it more fun.
No, don't. No, it'll ruin the
Oh, it's reversed.
That's a good save. Well done.
Skills.
That's a good save.
Anywho, right. 1, 2.
That's dangerous. They'll whack you in the face.
Now with this, we're just going to kind of go with a brute force smash and grab.
No, you're not.
Joking. Kinda. Okay, there's 1.
You're doing it in a weird way.
I'm doing it my way. I don't do like these shells. Yay! Oh. Just keep squidging. Just keep squidging.
Ooh, your skills are multiplying. Oh, I'm being very ambidextrous.
Right.
Shells, go over there.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely, that's it. And then that goes in here. What colours do we
My
have?
artwork is gone.
Mhm.
The colour that Brecken thinks is chocolate.
With a purple overtone.
Purple. Not a 5. Not a 5.5. Not a 6. Not a 6.5. That is a 7. And that one, which is a metallic grey. It's not quite silver, but
It's a chocolate with a silver overtone.
Brecken eats some funky chocolate, apparently. Don't feed me any. No. Not a 5. Not a 5.5. Not a 6. That is 6.5. Steady. There we
Bubble.
Whoa.
Stop being risky.
Risky would be trying to do a little jump.
Bubble.
I think she's hit her limit of patience and I need to go see whether I've just burnt the kitchen down. A little bit.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Hope you're happy.
Thank you. Okay, Bronnie, my lovely, what do you think to those? Are you happy? And if so, which ones? Of course, the last 2 are for your Dizzy Treasure, but which ones would you like on the jewellery? He has just run off then. I did keep poking my head out and I couldn't see any smoke. Why would it be smoking? Maybe he just didn't want to admit that he actually burnt the cookies. Sophie. I know. But Bronnie, you love them all. Perfect. What do you think? What two would you like on the jewelry? Of course, like I said, the last two for the Dizzy Treasure. You've got the two fittings, haven't you? No, so these two are for the Dizzy Treasure, the chocolate and the chocolatey silver that just came out. But you've got the two fittings, which you can have the black cherry, yellow, and blue to pick from, if that makes sense. Them all, yes, of course you can then. That's not a problem. I'll invoice you for the extra one. Bronnie, I hope you're happy with everything there, and I hope you're happy with how Aaron did your opening as well. Okay, and I've got that all down for you. The invoice will get sent through tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And thank you very much for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next then is Karen Monk. Karen, are you here? That was the chat. Karen, you're up now. Hello, hello, hello. Karen, my lovely, you have so first of all, happy birthday. And not on the live, Deanna, no. I will be doing a proper tour for the supporters first, and then I'll show everybody else afterwards, but not while we're on the live, because yeah, I've got the cameras positioned at the moment, but then I can move them in the daytime. So Karen, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Yay! Not a problem. You're very welcome, Karen. Mystery and keep your shells, not a problem. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for, my lovely? Let me get him open. And let's go down. Your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, we have a darker pearl there. Let me pop him out. And then just kind of squidge around here as well, Karen, just to see if there's any more in here for you. And there's no more in that one. You don't know what the jewellery is. Well, I've also been asked not to tell you what the jewellery is, so it is going to be a surprise for once it arrives, Karen. So I think if you base it on if you're happy with the colour pearl, and if you're not happy, we can swap it for you, okay? I hope you'll be happy with everything. It's a nice little surprise, isn't it, for once it arrives. Now I'm just cleaning up your shells and then we'll have a closer look at that pearl. Like I say, he is a darker colour there. He is a darker gunmetal grey, my lovely. Now I'm just cleaning him up. And if I hold him up so you can have a closer look, what do you think to this one? He's a darker gunmetal grey. You'll keep this one as it was chosen and selected for you. It's actually almost black there. It's looking very, very dark in the sand. So I'm going to say it's almost black, which is beautiful. If I pop him on the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Let me bring you back up. Karen, I'm glad you're happy with that. I'm just popping that on here, and then let me clean up your shells as well. No, not clean up your shells, wrap up your shells. Okay, perfect. So Karen, like I say then, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that it's a nice little surprise for you there. That's safe up there for you, and your shells are up there as well. You're very, very welcome. Okay, so up next then is Sarah Slater. Sarah, are you here? Oh, bless you, Gemma. I think we've only been in the office a couple of weeks. It feels like longer than that, but I do think it is only a couple of weeks. That would be a lot of sand in that bowl. I have, yeah, my desk my desk is wall length, so it goes all the way along to the end there. Sarah, hello. Sarah, you have a message here, my lovely. It says, "This is for my wife. This is for you, my special lady. You're so poorly at the minute, but still find strength to look after me. I love you so much. You're my everything." So I'll read that one more time. This is for my wife. This is for you, my special lady. You're so poorly at the minute, but still find strength to look after me. I love you so much. You're my everything. So, Sarah, you have got 2 Dizzy treasures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spin twice. So we'll do both your spins, and then we'll do the openings afterwards, if that's okay. I hope you're happy with that. So, Sarah, good luck for your first spin. And it hasn't clicked over. So your first one is number 7. And number 7 is 2 charms of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So Sarah, that's any charm on the website, completely your choice, which has 1 opening. You get to pick 2 of those, and then what 2 colours you'd like on those. So Sarah, I hope you're happy with those. And like I say, we'll do those openings in just a moment. We're going to do your second spin now, then we can do everything together at the end. I hope that's okay. So moving on for your second spin, again, good luck, my lovely. And you have number 1, so it hasn't clicked over there. So number 1 is a charm of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So all together, Sarah, when you're ready, if you could email me with the 5-digit order invoice number, and then what 3 charms altogether you would like, what 3 fittings you'd like on them if they're different to the fitting you've chosen here, and what colours you'd like on those charms as well. I hope you're happy with that, Sarah. You have 4 oyster openings to go alongside those charms. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let me just open these up for you. 1, 2, thank you. 3 and 4. Let's go down. Where did we get a plain mug from? That's very strange, thank you. So donate the shells, Sarah. Let's get these open. Oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. Oh no, Aaron! I'm so sorry, my pinboard's about to fall down again. I can't move my other arm. I'm ever so sorry, Sarah. Let me just... I don't know if he heard me because he must have gone in. I'm so sorry. Basically what's happened is, I don't know if you can... Let me bring you back up. Dot, dot, dot. My pinboard here has just come off the wall again. I'm just holding it so it doesn't fall on me. Oh, I can hear him, he's coming. But my pinboard's falling down. I can't. I know. I'm sorry. Basically, the bottom needs to be pulled out slightly, and the top needs to be pushed and stuck. I don't know what's happened. Yeah. Pull back. Thank you, Belle. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know what happened. Alright, that'll be alright. Well, that, as long as that doesn't fall on us, it'll be alright. Take these. It's weighing it down.
Pulling on it.
That'll do for now. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for coming. Right. Okay, Sarah. Ever so sorry. Let's go down. So, oyster number 1. Oh, and in your first one, you are twinning. Oh, and they popped out there. Twinning with sunshine yellows to start with. And there's no more in that one. So sorry for the delay there. Okay, so sunshine yellow twins to start with. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have a darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to dry him up so we can have a closer look at his colour. You have a two-tonal darker gunmetal grey, so it's got lighter and darker areas as you go around the powder. Almost looks like he's got some blue in him. Excuse me. And then moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here you have a larger TARDIS blue, very blue flesh there. And there's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to dry him up for you. And then moving on to your last oyster, my lovely, which again is from your surprise bag. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you have a rose gold. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so Sarah, what do you think to all of these? I hope you're happy with them. Now, because they're for your Dizzy Treasure, if you would like to take a screenshot here, and then that way you can refer back to it while you're picking your 3 charms, and you can let me know which colours you'd like where. So again, I'm just holding that still for you so you can take that screenshot if you would like to. And if I pop them on the board, Sunshine Yellow number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Sunshine Yellow number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. They're slightly different sizes there. Gunmetal Grey two-tonal pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Your Rose Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, and the TARDIS Blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Let me bring you back up there. Sarah, my lovely, I hope you're happy with those. I'm just popping them all in here for you. So if you can pop me that email over when you're ready, and then I can get that all booked in. I'll pop that on there. And then that's safe up there as well. Perfect. And up next is Katie Louise. Katie, are you here? Oh, bless you, Stella. Your husband's a star. In fact, oh, I haven't got my I can write on the back of this. Sticks. Line. Okay, I'll look into that. Thank you. Sarah, you're very, very welcome. And I'm looking for Katie Louise. Katie, hello, hello, hello. Katie, my lovely, we'll do your oyster opening first. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Alison, we definitely do ship to Scotland, my lovely. Possibly if you're trying to use a discount money off code, sometimes the amount needs to be the voucher amount or above. That's normally what it says if it's an amount below, if that makes sense. Mystery and keep, Katie. Okay, perfect. Bear with me 1 second. I just need to finish opening these up, and I'll grab your mystery oyster for you. Katie, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Okay, so your mystery oyster. Ooh. Let me get him open. And let's go down. We have a light pop there. Ooh, and in here you are twinning. And it looks like you're twinning with gold pearls there. Now they're slightly two-tonal gold pearls, which means they've got that slightly silver areas to them as we go around. Now I will hold them up so you can see. So you've got two-tonal gold pearls there. Yeah, the printer will be loud, Valerie. I do apologise. It's because the microphone is right next to the printer. But that's the best place for you guys to hear me at. So I do apologise. We don't often run the printer though, so hopefully you won't have to hear it again. So your two-tonal golds, what do you think to these? If I hold them up so you can see one by one, you've got lighter and darker areas as you go around the pearl there. And then moving on to pearl number 2, again lighter and, oh, sorry, let it focus, lighter and darker as we go around. What do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, Katie, that's perfect. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. I pop them on the board. Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they're measuring slightly differently there. What do you think to those? Don't have any gold yet? Perfect. They are yours then. You also have a Dizzy treasure, so we'll spin him next. Let me just move your mystery bag of oysters out of the way. Okay, so good luck, Katie. I hope you get what you're hoping for. And you have number 3. Okay, so number 3 is a ring of your choice with 1 oyster opening. So we'll do your oyster opening now. So what that means is when you're ready, if you can email me with your 5-digit order invoice number and then any ring on the website which holds 1 pearl, you get to pick from. I hope you're happy with that one, Katie. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let's go down. What do you think? Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So this is your surprise oyster here, Katie. There's one side and the other side, and in here, donate the shells. Perfect, thank you. There's no more in that one. Okay, so let me have a closer look here. Katie, you have an oil slick. So an oil slick for your ring. And let me see if I can get this on camera. You can see blues, greens and purples as we go around the pearl there. I hope you're happy with this one. It's a beautiful oil slick. If I pop him in the sand, see more of the green side there. And then if I pop your oil slick on the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And let me bring you back up again. I do hope you're happy with that, my lovely. So it will be that oil slick on your ring. So if you can pop me an email over when you're ready, and then I can get everything booked in. And then you've got those golds as well. First oil slick, I love that. Katie, I'm just wrapping up your shells for you. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything then once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, perfect. Up next is Melvin. Mel, are you here? Melvin, are you here? Mel, hello. Mel, we'll do your oyster opening first as well, if that's okay. So you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Donna, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Donate and mystery. Okay, so Mel, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Let's get him open. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster, we have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away you are twinning, and you're twinning with lighter coral twins here. And again, I'm just having a squidge in here now. There's no more in that one. Where did that other one? There it is. So you are twinning with lighter coral twins. Now, would you be happy with one of these on that item of jewellery? If you're not happy, I can swap them for you. If you are happy, that's perfect. So it's just up to you, Mel. What do you think? What you would like to do? Coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7 as well. And like I say, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. one for sea green and the other on a small lobster fitting? Of course you can. So then it's sea green on the jewellery, just to confirm for me. Okay, so if I just bring you back up again and I can write that down. So we're going to have sea green on there, and invoice for coral on small lobster. So that invoice now will get sent through tomorrow for you to the email address that's on the order form. You also have a Dizzy treasure as well. Is there anything in particular that you're hoping for? So if we spin the wheel, good luck, my lovely. Oh, and it clicked over. You have number one. Now, number one is a charm of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So that's any charm, completely your choice from the website, which comes with 1 oyster. You get to pick. So once you've made your decision, if you could email me with your 5-digit order invoice number, what charm you would like, and of course what colour you would like on that charm, because you've got 2 oyster openings now. Can you just confirm that if you'd like to donate or keep these shells as well? I hope you're happy with that one, my lovely. Let's go down. So, surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have a darker pearl. There's no more in that one. Excuse me. No way, you also have a oil slick. So purples, blues and greens as you go around the pearl there. It is beautiful, quite a nice size oil slick as well. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is from your surprise oyster bag. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a larger dark purple. So let me just dry him off. And if I pop him in the sand as well. And here is your purple. So if I just hold that still, if you would like to take a screenshot there, Mel, then that way once you're picking your charm, you can then email me with which colour you'd like on there, purple or the oil slick. Both are yours, just which one on the jewellery. So if I pop them on the board, your oil slick is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Let me bring you back up. I do hope you're happy with those. Pop, that's in there. And on here as well. So Mel, I do hope you'll be happy with everything. And thank you very much for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And that's safe up there for you as well. Okay, perfect. And up next is Siobhan Chaplin. Siobhan, are you here? this is really strange. We don't own any plain mugs, and this is a plain mug. I'm just, I'm very, very confused as to where this mug has come from. Siobhan, hello. Hello, hello, hello. You also have a Dizzy treasure. Good luck, Siobhan. I hope you get what you're hoping for. And you have number 5. Ooh, number 5 is £40 to spend on the website. So the Dizzy treasures are £30 and you've won £40 to spend on the website, Siobhan. So what will happen is tomorrow you'll get an email from me with a £40 code that you can spend on the website. You'll be able to spend it straight away, or you can save it because it doesn't have an expiry on it, and then you can spend it on whatever you like, completely your choice. I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. So that's £40 to spend on the website, and will get sent through for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Yes, Sophie. They come off the website once we finish the live today. Just waiting to see to make sure, Siobhan, you're happy with that one. Oh, Marie, thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Perfect, Siobhan. Well, I'll get that popped over to you tomorrow. Okay. Up next then is Julie Crowther. Julie, are you here? Yep, I'll be updating the order list as we go, Alison. Okay. So I'm looking for Julie Crowther. Julie, are you here? Julie, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else can see Julie's comment, please comment on that comment because again, it will bring it forward so I can see. I'm just updating the order list as we go as well. So if you have ordered, you'll see your name shortly. Julie, hello, 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 hello. Okay, so Julie, you have a dizzy treasure. Let's spin the wheel for you. I hope you get what you're hoping for. Ooh. Good luck, my lovely. It hasn't actually clicked over, which means you have number 7. So number 7 is 2 charms of your choice and 2 oyster openings. So Julie, when you're ready, you can pick 2 charms completely your choice from the website, ones which have 1 opening. Email me those charms over and then what colour you'd like on each charm, and then I can get that all booked in for you. I hope you're happy with those. So 2 oysters, which I'm opening up for you now. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? Let's go down. So, surprise oyster. Oh, picked up the kitchen towel there. Surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you are twinning. And you're twinning with darker pearls there. There's no more in that one. So if I just dry these up for you. Now these are darker chocolate pearls to start with there, my lovely. Donate the shells, perfect, thank you. So darker chocolate twins to start with. And then moving on to surprise oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. Ooh, and in here you are twinning for a second time. That's 2 sets of twins, and you get to pick 2 charms, which means you're going to have 2 pearls spare left over as well. Now the twins that you've just got come out are silver twins. So you've got chocolate twins and then silver twins as well. Let me hold these up so you can have a closer look. Let me pop them on the board for you. Chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. They're the same size. Silver number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Silver number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. So he's a 7.5. If I just hold them still for you for a moment, if you would like to take a screenshot of those, Julie, that way when you're picking your 2 charms, you can refer back to your screenshot and look at the colours if you wanted to, or it's timestamp 1:39, 1 hour 39 minutes in. I hope you're happy with those. Let me bring you back up again. And when you pop that email over, please include your 5-digit order invoice number and then I can get everything booked in for you, okay? That's safe on there and up there for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Okay, perfect. And up next is Sandra Murdoch. Sandra, are you here? Julie, you're very, very welcome. Sandra, hello. First one is for you. Second one is for your daughter. Keep the shells. Okay, so if we do the first spin then, Sandra, because that is your spin. Good luck, my lovely. Oh, you've got number 11. So number 11 is actually spin again. So we're going to spin again for you. So again, good luck. And it's number 9. So you have earrings of your choice with 3 oyster openings. So that's earrings of your choice with 3 oyster openings. Any earrings on the website, and we'll do your oyster openings in just a moment. If it's okay with you, we'll do your daughter's spin now, and we'll do the oyster openings separate so you can see whose pearls are whose. But then we know what her spin is in. Sorry, what your daughter's spin is as well. There's too many S's then, sorry. Okay, so I hope you're happy with your one. And this is your second spin. Good luck. And you've got number 10. So number 10 is 2 Swarovski crystal heart charms with 2 oyster openings. So we've got a massive section of Swarovski crystal heart charms on the website. Your daughter will get to pick 2 of those charms, so 2 colours, and we'll have 2 oyster openings. So I'll need to know what 2 colour hearts she would like, what pearls she'd like on either charm, and of course if the fittings are the same, what fittings if the fittings are different, what fittings she'd like on either one. I hope you're both happy with those. So if we do your opening first, Sandra, you've got 3 oyster openings, and that's with your earrings of your choice. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? 1, 2, and 3. If I get these open for you. Keep them, of course you can. Okay, so let's go down. So these ones are for the earrings then, and we'll do the others in just a moment. So oyster number 1, Sandra. There's one side. And the other side. So in oyster number 1, ooh, you have a beautiful, brighter, hot pink. There's no more in that one. Now with Dizzy Treasures, we don't normally allow swaps. However, with earrings, we do allow, if you prefer to have evens on your earrings, and you can swap one of your pearls to match one of the other pearls. So you do then have evens on the earrings if you wanted to. Okay, so that is the only way we swap in the Dizzy Treasure. But it does mean then you can have matching earrings if that's what you prefer. Okay. Donna, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. So your first pearl out, let me just clean that up, is a hot pink. Moving on to oyster number 2 from your surprise oysters. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a darker pearl. There's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to clean the flesh up from here, and then we'll have a close look at that pearl as well. Okay, so this one, you have a dark oil slick. So as we go around, you can see purple, blues and greens in here, Sandra. Now, if you chose to have oil slicks on your earrings, there's definitely a wait for oil slicks, and it's quite a long wait. So do keep that in mind. But I hope you're happy with that one. And then you've got one more oyster as well. So in here, there's one side and the other side, and you are twinning, and you're twinning with lighter rose gold twins, and there's no more in that one. So again, I'm just going to take the flesh off here for you, and then we'll have a closer look at those rose gold twins. I'm now in my office, Donna, yes. Okay, so Sandra, if I hold these up for you, if you'd like to take a screenshot, because then that way, when you email me to let me know what earrings you would like, you can then include the colour pearl in there as well, or even the colour swap if that's what you prefer to do. You've got your hot pink, your oil slick, and your twinning lighter rose golds. If I pop them on the board, rose gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Rose gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Visually, they do look slightly different, but they are measuring to be the same size there. Your oil slick is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And your hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So again, I'll just hold them there for you in case you'd like to take that screenshot. And if I just bring you back up for a moment, these ones are your ones. So if I just pop your name on here, and then that way your name's in with your pearls, so yours and your daughter's don't get mixed up at all. Okay. So then you then have an additional 2 oyster openings as well. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate those shells? Just wrapping up the first set for you. Okay, so an additional 2 oyster openings. Expand the rainbow, Donna, or mystery, but I'd definitely say expand the rainbow. So you've got number 1 and number 2. So this is for Dizzy Treasure Spin number 10. So this is for the 2 Swarovski crystal heart charms. Okay. Just let me know if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate these shells. Ooh. Let's go down. So surprise oyster number 1. There's one side. Sandra, possibly type I'm invisible because it's not coming through to me. Okay. And the other side. And in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with hot pink twins there. And there's no more in that one. Now I'm just going to pop that there just until I know if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate those shells. Keep them again, that's perfect. Let me just clean them up then. So if I just pop your twins in the sand, and I'll hold them up for you in just a moment. Okay, so your first oyster has given you twinning hot pinks. And then oyster number 2, again your surprise oyster. Oh, now the shell has broken slightly on this one. I do apologise. I can see a pearl peeper already. The shell on this one is falling apart. I do apologise. What I can do is I can save half of the shell, but the other half has completely come apart there. You have a blurple, and there's no more in that one. Expand the rainbow or mystery, Donna. Okay, so for the 2 Swarovski crystal heart charms, you have twinning hot pinks and a blurple, which is a mix between a blue and a purple. Now, again, if you'd like to take a screenshot of these, and then that way you can refer back to this while you're picking those colours. I hope you're happy with those. And again, if I just pop these ones on the board, pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, here's an 8. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, here's an 8. And your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. And if I bring you back up again, and if I pop all of these in here for you. And I'm just wrapping up your shells, your second set of shells as well. And again, I apologise for the half a shell, but you've got the other half in here, okay. It's just sometimes if the shells are slightly cracked, they do then fall apart as you open them up. So I do try my very best. Okay, so that's all done for you. I do hope both of you will be happy with everything once it arrives. Everything's wrapped up, and if you can pop that email over whenever you're ready, and then I can get everything booked in for you as well, okay? And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Okay. And up next is Donna Marie Bradshaw. Oh, there we go. Donna Marie Bradshaw, are you here? I can see you, Donna. So hello, hello, hello. Donna, you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? And after this opening, I will do an updated order list, okay? So if you have ordered, I'll post it on the page. I think that will be the easiest. So I'll do that after this opening. So Donna, one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Donna, you may need to type I'm invisible or pop at the end of your comment just to bring it forward to me, because I'm not sure all comments are coming through at the moment. So you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Miss listening to the oysters pop and Brecken. Oh, bless you. She was here a moment ago. Maybe I can move. If she's not here, I'll move on, but then she would get put to the end of the order list again. Thank you. Thank you, Bab. Okay, so last call for Donna then. Donna, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? He had one in his mouth when he came in, Bronny. They looked like chocolate chip. Expand the rainbow. Okay, so you'll expand the rainbow oyster. Let me get him open. And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let's go down. So you'll expand the rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. You are twinning with brighter pinks. Now I'm going to say it's in between a hot pink and a candy floss pink there. Both of the pearls are sort of that in between colour, so they're still quite a nice bright pink, but they're not quite the hot pinks, if that makes sense. Slightly lighter there. I'm just drying them up for you. And they are slightly two-tonal as well, Donna. If I hold them up one by one so you can have a close look, you do have lighter and dark. Oh, sorry, let me get it focused. Lighter and darker areas as you go around the pearl. Donna, it is your opening. So you said expand the rainbow oyster, Donna, my lovely. And you've got bright pink twins. Did I say a different name? Did I? But this is definitely... So what's happened? I'm just going to go back up. Okay, so you've said expand the rainbow oyster. So we've opened up and expand the rainbow oyster. And the pinks have come out of the expand the rainbow oyster. However, if you're not happy with these colours, we can swap them for you. Okay, so if I go back down, I'll measure these for you. Like I say, if you're not happy, we can swap them. So just let me know what you would like to do. pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. This isn't a wheel spin, Donna. This is for, am I okay to say what this is for? This is for order number 20167B. Hang on, Donna, my lovely, are you behind? Donna, is your video behind? Can you scroll to the end of the video? That might be the issue here. Donna, the oyster we just opened was a Expand the Rainbow oyster. It has twinning two-tonal pinks in. Would you like to re-watch your oyster opening by scrolling forward and then email me your colour choices? Okay, so oh bless her, I think she's gone backwards. You're now here with me. Okay, so let's go back down. I've opened up your oyster, but you'll be able to rewind 5 minutes from where we are now, and you'll be able to rewatch that opening. Okay, so your Expand the Rainbow oyster has given you twinning two-tonal pinks, which are brighter and lighter pinks here. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you. And if you'd like to go and re-watch your opening and then email me your colour choices, that's absolutely fine as well. I think somehow you managed to jump back on the live, but now we're caught up. If you prefer to re-watch it, that's fine. Or if you'd like to let me know now what colours you'd like where, that's fine as well. The printer is just going to go off because, like I said, after this opening I am doing an updated order list. So I've just got to print this order off here. So bear with me a moment. Swap one for a apple green. Of course you can. And is it the apple green that you'd like on the jewellery? So there's the apple green there. Just confirm for me, is it the apple green that you'd like on the jewellery? I'm just going to bring you back up. Most things can be figured out though, Gemma, and it's easier to figure them out now than move on and try and figure it out after the live on what happened. So it's, yeah, and of course you guys are paying for your order. It needs to be sorted. But yeah, no, I'm glad we got to the end of that, Donna. As in, I'm glad you got to see where we are. And like I say, if you look at the timestamp, so it's 2:07 now. I'm estimating if you want to rewatch the opening, go to around the 2 hour mark, go from there, and then you'll be able to rewatch it, my lovely. In fact, I'll write that down for you. Part 1, 2 hours. That way it's on your order form as well. Okay. Invoice for the other on a hoop fitting. Of course you can. So we're going to have the apple green on there and invoice for the pink on a hoop. So that invoice will get sent through tomorrow for you, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form, Donna. That's safe up there for you, and thank you very much for the donations with your shells. And I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Okay. Right, if you can just bear with me a moment, I'm just going to quickly type up the end of this order list here, just a few people, and then that way I can give you the updated order list. Donna, you're very, very welcome. Oh, what did I do? Okay, so that's the order list typed up there. What I'll do, where did we finish? So I've popped it in the comments there, and I'm also just going to pop it on the page as well, so you guys can go back onto the Pearls of Brecon page where we're live from now. And the order list that was posted earlier, I'm just editing that so you can just see the order list there again there. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And that's posted on there as well. If you are on the page, just give it a little refresh and then it should come through for you. Okay, perfect. So up first then is Lisa Butterworth. Lisa, are you here? Also, this scrolling through the live has only been here for the last week or so. Just over a week. Before you couldn't scroll in our lives, and now you can. So that is sort of a newer addition, if you like. Lisa, hello, hello, hello. Lisa, you have a dizzy treasure as well. Let me just swap these bags around so I don't have to keep moving them there. There we go. So I'm going to spin the wheel for you, Lisa. Good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. Oh, it hasn't clicked over, which means you have number 10. And number 10 is 2 Swarovski crystal pearls. No. Rewind. Not 2 Swarovski crystal pearls. 2 Swarovski crystal heart charms of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So that's any 2 colour crystal heart charms. Once you've made your mind up on what colours you would like, pop me an email over with your 5-digit order invoice number, what 2 charms you'd like, and of course which colours you'd like wear as well. I hope you're happy with that. And then of course I've got a fitting down here for you, so if you'd like them both on that fitting, that's fine. You can however choose different fittings as well if you prefer to. Just include it all in the email. So that's 2 oyster openings, Lisa. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let me open these up and let's go down. So oyster number 1 from your surprise oyster. Keep the shells, Lisa, not a problem. So there was one side. And the other side. And in here you have a lemon yellow. There's no more in that one. So again, I'm just taking the flesh off here for you. So your first oyster has given you a lemon yellow. He's quite a nice sized lemon yellow as well, actually. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is a surprise oyster. Good evening, Trisha. There's one side. You was hoping for a lemon yellow. That's perfect. And the other side. You are twinning. And you're twinning with yellows, Lisa. And there's no more in there. So you've actually got 3 yellows. Now, with our Swarovski crystal hearts, we do have different various yellow Swarovski crystal hearts. We also have the orange one, which would go beautifully with this, the topaz shimmer, the black diamond, the jet black, the silvers, the rainbow, the mirror. There are so many Swarovski crystal hearts which would go beautifully with these yellow pearls. So I hope you're happy with these. If I pop these 2 twins in the sand as well, I'm going to pop the single one beneath just so we don't get them mixed up here. And if I hold them up, if you would like to take a screenshot, you can do so. But they're beautiful lemon yellows there. And if I pop them on the board for you, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the single one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is also an 8.5. Let me bring you back up. And I'm going to pop them in bags separately. Then that way, if you decide, for example, to have one of each of the twins on there, that's fine. Or if you'd like a single and a twin, we've got them in separate bags. So when you pop me that email over, you can include that information. If you don't mind which colours go on which one, just pop that in the email as well, and then I can get that all booked in for you. Okay. So I'm just wrapping up your shells as well. Lisa, my lovely, I do hope you'll be happy with everything. No, you're very, very welcome. That's safe up there. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Okay, and up next is Lindsay Kinlock. Lindsay, are you here? Lindsay Kinlock, are you here? Oh, I love a tea. Lindsay, hello, excuse me. Lindsay, my lovely. We'll do your oyster opening first and your Disney treasure after, if that's okay. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? You could do the tea. Oh, it's lovely, Sophie. I do love a tea. Oh, bless you, Gemma. Don't ever be sorry for not being on. Thank you for joining us. And good night, my lovely. But thank you for joining us today. The Nunu is the darker rainbow, yes. Oh, wow, Tanya, that's amazing. Would you prefer the Nunu Rainbow Oyster? Blurple. I was going to show one, but I don't know. I don't have one in my swaps pot. Blurple. Can you have Nunu Rainbow and donate? Of course you can. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? My tea at the moment has a couple of sweeteners in it and just a dash of milk. So let's go down your Nunu Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side. Speaking of blurples, you have a blurple, Lindsay. Quite a nice larger size blurple as well, actually. Let me have a closer look and dry him up and hold him up so you can see. Here is your blurple. So a blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. The oil slicks are rare, bless you. What do you think to this one? If you're not happy with this one, we can swap him for you. If you are happy, that's perfect. So it's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. Your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. What do you think to that one, Lindsay? Oh, I've just got this bag next to me. Let me pop it back down again. Sorry, I just turned around. I'm going to knock it off otherwise. What? Oh, nearly. What do you think to that one? Again, possibly need to type pop or I'm invisible at the end of your comment there. There's going to be a wait on a midnight blue. However, let me have a look for a darker. See if I've got a darker two-tonal blue. Okay, so if I show you that one there. So this one is a dark TARDIS blue, but then he's got almost like lighter areas. Oh, hopefully you can be able to see this. What do you think to that one? Would that one be okay, Lindsay? But just readjust this, maybe that will help see the two-tonal markings. So darker, oh, sorry, let me get it focused, there we go. Darker, slightly lighter there and round again. Like that one, perfect. Let me bring you back up then. And then you have your Dizzy Treasure as well. I'm just popping this on here for you. So good luck with your Dizzy Treasure. Quite a nice big spin there. Oh, it hasn't clicked over. You have number 14. So number 14 is a set pendant of your choice comes with 2 oyster openings. So Lindsay, when you're ready, if you could email me your 5-digit order invoice number and then what set pendant you would like. So that's any set pendant. Basically, a set pendant is any pendant on the website that's not a cage pendant. Any other pendant, you get to pick, completely your choice. And then if you email me with the name of that pendant and then what colour pearl you'd like on there as well. Lindsay, I hope you're happy with that one. Let's go down. Oh, would you like to donate these shells as well? Because you donated the other ones there. If not, that's fine as well. Let me know. Let's go down. So, surprise oyster number 1. Oh, there we go. There's one side and the other side. And in your first oyster, coming out backwards there, you have a lighter chocolate. There's no more in that one. Let me just pop that there for you. If you'd like to keep it, do let me know and I can just grab that back again. And so your first oyster has given you a lighter chocolate. And then moving on to oyster, oh, I've just buried it. Sorry, I was trying to get it central. I buried it there. So oyster number 2. Ooh. There's one side. and the other side. And in here, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. You are twinning with apple green twins. Where did that one go? There it is. Okay, so what do you think to these, Lindsay? I do hope you're happy with these. So again, visually twins, one of them looks slightly larger than the other. I will measure them for you in just a moment. Now, if again, I'll hold it still for you. If you would like to take a screenshot here, then that way you can refer back to that once you've picked your pendant to what colour you would like on there as well. If I pop them on the board for you, the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Visually smaller green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And the visually larger green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Lindsay, I do hope you're happy with those. If I bring you back up again, and just popping these all in here. Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells, my lovely. Pop that email over to me whenever you're ready, and then I can get that booked in for your order as well. And that's safe up there for you. Chocolate lime. That's, yeah, I can see that, Jessica. Okay, and up next is Lisa Melican. Lisa, are you here? Lisa, hello. Mystery Oyster and donate all the shells. Perfect. Oh, heavy bag. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? Okay, so I'm just going to open up your Mystery Oyster, my lovely. And let's go down. So in here, we have a lighter pop there. Ooh, and oh. Okay, so you've got 2 runaways. There's no pearls on that side. I am going to still have a squidge in here. Sorry, that oyster sort of just didn't open up brilliantly then. Hoping for an oil slick or a TARDIS blue. Well, you are twinning, and twinning with lighter purple twins here. I'm just drying them up for you. Now, there's definitely quite a long wait on the oil slicks. I do have TARDIS blues in my swap, so if you prefer to swap, let me know what you think. If you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not, we can swap. What do you think to lighter purples? If I pop them on the board, purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. So they're the same colour there. It will be this weekend, Angela, yes. It's definitely going on the website this weekend. Yeah, to be able to order. I'm very, very excited about it. Could you have them onto stud earrings? Of course you can, Lisa. Let me bring you back up. So what will happen is if I just jot this down, I'll send an invoice through tomorrow for you. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. And then that'll just be to pop those onto some studs for you, okay? Oh, I just hit the microphone then if you heard a sorry. So that's not a problem. I've got that down for you, and let me pop these on here as well. You have a Dizzy treasure as well, then, Lisa. So good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. You're very welcome, my lovely. Okay, so we have number 2. Number 2 is a set pendant of your choice with 1 oyster opening. So we'll do your oyster opening now, and when you're ready, if you can pop me an email over with your 5-digit order invoice number, and then again, a set pendant is any pendant on the website which holds 1 pearl, which is not a cage pendant. So there's a vast choice to pick from with set pendants, Lisa. I hope you're happy with that. So let's go down and open up your surprise oyster. Okay, so there's one side and the other side. And in here you have a darker purple, and there's no more in that one. So, oh, I can have a look for you in just a moment, my lovely. He's a darker purple. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. There's a slight imperfection on that one there. Pearls are natural products. Of course, the colour is not a natural colour. They are dyed pearls, but the pearl itself is cultured, but it is a natural product. So sometimes there is a slight imperfection. I hope that's okay. Normally, though, I can set the pendant so it is sort of not seen, if that makes sense. Your purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Now let me bring you back up. Blown Wishes. I just need to double check before I can book things in, just to double check that they're in stock. Now, if you can see them on the website, oh, the Blown Wishes pendant is actually currently out of stock, my lovely. The Blown Wishes pendant is out of stock. Would you like to have a think and email me with a different choice, or email me if you would prefer to wait? Just looking at it, I think that one is coming back into stock again. Oh, Travelled Love. Let me have a look. That's a cage pendant, my lovely. It would need to be a set pendant. Oh, bless you. I'm sorry. You got like a wish list. But no, the Travelled Love is a cage pendant. So any pendant which holds 1 pearl, which isn't a cage pendant, you can pick from. Now, normally the rule is if you guys can see it on the website, it is in stock. If you can't see it, it is out of stock, because the website is designed to take it off as soon as it goes out of stock, so it can't be bought anymore. And then as soon as it's in stock again, we update it again. Oh, bless you. Yes, if you pop me an email over whenever you're ready, and then I can get everything booked in for you, Lisa. Okay. Thank you for the donations with your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. No, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Right, up next is Penny Howl. Penny, are you here? Penny, hello. Sorry, I just needed to drink my tea before it went too cold. Penny, you also have a dizzy treasure. So good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. And it hasn't clicked over, so you have number 14. Number 14 is a set pendant of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So again, that's any pendant that's on the website which holds 1 pearl, which isn't a cage pendant. You get to pick, my lovely. Once you've made your decision, if you could email me with your 5-digit invoice order number, what pendant you would like, and then of course what colour pearl you'd like on that pendant, because you've got 2 oyster openings which we'll do now for you. Penny, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? I'm just opening these up for you. And let's go down. So in here, there's one side and the other side. And in here, you are twinning. Donate the shells, Penny. Perfect. Thank you. There's no more in that one. Christine, yes, they'll be on the website over the weekend. And they are, I want to say 16 ounce. I'll have to double check. They are slightly larger than the normal average mug though, yes. Now you are twinning with darker gunmetal grey twins here. Slightly too tonal, as you can see you've got the darker and the lighter areas as you go around the pearl there, Penny. So twinning darker gunmetal grey twins. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a blurple. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got twinning gunmetal greys and a blurple. Now I'm just going to hold that there for you, Penny, if you would like to take a screenshot, and then that way we can refer back to that when you are looking on the website and to what colour you would like. If I pop these ones on the board for you, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're the same size there. And your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. No, Penny, you're very, very welcome. If I bring you back up, I'm glad you're happy with them. And like I say, when you're ready, pop me that email over and then I can get everything booked in for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And then that's safe up there, my lovely. Okay. And up next is Jennifer O'Sullivan. Jennifer, are you here? Over the moon. Perfect. I'm happy. I'm glad you're out, Penny, my lovely. Oh! Sorry, I've got carpet in here, But I've then got like a chair mat, if you like, and it just sends the wheels flying, but it saves the carpet. So, Jennifer, hello. You also have a dizzy treasure today. I hope you get what you're hoping for as well. Good luck, my lovely. Oh, number 14 again. I think we just had number 14, but number 14 again there. So number 14 is a set pendant of your choice with 2 oyster openings. So again, I'll explain again, just in case you've just come on or anything like that. A set pendant is any pendant on the website which holds 1 pearl, which is not a cage pendant. So any other pendant, completely your choice, Jennifer. I hope you're happy with that. Once you've made your decision, if you can email me with your order number and what pendant you would like, and then what colour pearl on that pendant as well, and then I can get that all booked in for you. Now again, I'm just opening up your 2 oysters. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let's go down. Surprise oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here you are twinning. And you're twinning with, it's a mix between the Candy Floss and Blush Pink twins. So they're not quite as bright as Candy Floss, but not quite as light as a Blush Pink. So it's that sort of in between space there. Space, I meant colour, in between colour. So if I have a look here. And then oyster number 2, which again is your surprise oyster. There's one side and the other side. And you are twinning for a second time. And you're twinning with 2 tonal Smurf and Pepsi blue twins. Now, if I just dry these off, I will show you these individually, just because they've got the different markings and colourings as we go around. So this one is the darker of the 2. And as you go around the pearl there, you've got the Smurf, and then it goes right into the lighter. Smurf is the lighter, Pepsi Blue is the darker. And then pearl number 2, which is the slightly lighter of the 2. Again, you've got, it's almost like it's Smurf blue all the way around with a few Pepsi blue flashes there. Jennifer, I hope you're happy with these 2 sets of twins. Now again, if I hold these up, if you would like to take a screenshot, and then when you email me with your pendant choice, please include which colour pearl you would like as well. If I pop them on the board for you, pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're measuring the same size there. Your darker blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then the lighter Smurf blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So again, measuring the same size there. And let me bring you back up. So I'll need to know what pendant you would like and what colour on that pendant, Jennifer. I do hope you're happy with those. I've popped them on there. I want to thank you as well for the donations with your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Is there any chance? Oh, sorry, that didn't come through to me. Thank you, Tara, for commenting on that there. Is there any chance we invoice for additional earrings for the pinks? Yes, of course you can. That's absolutely not a problem. Let me pop that down. So, invoice for when you said earrings, is it the stud earrings? Let me see. You've said additional earrings. Do you mean the simple studs? If not, any, you can have any earrings with them. Or would you like to include that in the email as well, if that makes sense? If you'd like to have a look through the earrings, that's not a problem. And I can just make a note here, but you can include it when you let me know your... It'll be one of the blossoms we'll check. Oh, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, so just include that, and then the invoice will get sent over once I process it through. Not a problem, my lovely. I hope you'll be happy with everything. Okay, and up next is Samantha Butler. Samantha, are you here? Oh, Jennifer, thank you for the stars there. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Samantha, hello. Oh, Chuck. You have a dizzy treasure as well. Samantha, good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. Woo! Nearly took off then. That was a big spin and it hasn't clicked over, which means you have number 5. And number 5 is £40 to spend on the website, Samantha. So that means tomorrow you'll get an email from me with a £40 code to spend on the website. You'll be able to spend it straight away, or you can hold on to it if you wanted to, as there's not an expiry date, if you just wanted to see what was coming or anything like that. And that will go to the email address that's on the order form. So Samantha, I hope you're happy with that one. Also, anybody who does get a voucher, if you with the vouchers on the website, you can't get change, so you'd need to spend that amount or more to be able to use it. So if you guys would like it cut down, so for example, I'm sending a £40 voucher code. If you'd like it cut down into 2 20s or a 30 and a 10, or any combination, email me back and I can cut it down for you, because otherwise the website won't let you check out because it doesn't give change on vouchers. I hope that makes sense, but I don't mind making them, just chopping them up. That's not a problem. Woohoo! You're very welcome, Samantha. So you'll get that email from me tomorrow for you, okay? Okay, and up next is Tara Hughes. Tara, are you here? Tara, I've just seen you. Now I've got your note about the loyalty card. That's absolutely fine. Oh, hang on, let me find the loyalty card. Oh, there we go. I can see you. Yep, I've got the loyalty card. That's fine, my lovely. However, I've got 2 orders here. Now the orders are the exact same order, one after the other, with the order numbers. Now, is that correct, or did you double order somehow, if that makes sense? I think it's gone through as a double order. I just don't want you to have been. I'm just going to log on to this and just see if it's actually charged you twice, because if it has and it wasn't meant to, I can refund that back. But just let me know. Mystery and donate, that's absolutely fine. Just let me know. Was it just the one done? Oh, bless you. One didn't go through. Okay, I'm just literally having a look for you because yeah, just because they're exactly the same. Yeah, no, they've both gone through. What I'll do is I'll refund one of them now for you. Okay, we'll keep 6, 7. Actually, no, we'll keep 6, 8. I'll refund you 6, 7. Okay, so that's sent through for you. You'll get an email to confirm that the refund's been sent as well. Okay, so that's order 20367. We're keeping open 20368. Okay, and let me just pop this over here and that can be shredded. Okay, sorry about that, but that's sorted. I just needed to sort that now, so it's all correct for you. So, mystery oyster. Um, Let me go back up for you. Mystery oyster. Donate the shells. So you've got 3 oysters altogether then. Okay. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? So let's get these open. There's 1. There's 2. And 3. So let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. Hoping for a TARDIS blue. Okay. We have a lighter pop there. Oh, and you have a runaway. And I can see that you are twinning. And you're twinning with coral twins to start with. There's no more in that one. So you are twinning with coral twins to start with. Now they look like they're the same size and the same colour there. And then moving on to oyster number 2, again is your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a bright purple straight away there. And there's no more in that one. So here is your purple. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. Ooh, quite a nice pop with that one. And in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with Blush Pink Twins. There's 1 and 2. Twinning Blush Pink Twins, and there's no more in that one. Now you said you was hoping for TARDIS Blue, so if you're not happy with any of these colours, I can swap them for you. Now I will need to know what 2 pearls you'd like on your fittings, and if you're not happy with any of these, I can swap them for you. So you've got twinning corals, twinning blush pinks, and a bright purple. If I pop them on the board for you, so coral number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Coral number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Blush pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Blush pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Swap the corals for TARDIS blues and the blush pinks for hot pinks. Of course you can. And which 2 would you like on your fittings? I'm just popping these next to each other so you can see. So the purple at the top is your original pearl. So the 4 at the bottom, the ones we're swapping out. Are you happy with those? Pin caps on all of them, that's not a problem. Just confirm if you're happy with those colours for me. Just going to bring you back up again. Okay, I've got that down for you. The invoice for the additional pin caps will get sent through tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay, Tara. Lovely, perfect. You're very, very welcome. Okay, well, thank you for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there for you. And like I said, I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. So if you see me looking, it's because I just saw Aaron going crazy. And I asked him what was up, and apparently there's a big spider who's trying to catch. So now I know that there's a spider loose in the house. Not in here, but in... Basically, I've got a window and I can see through into his window. It's really strange. Only at a funny angle though, which is why I have to lean forward. Right, up next is Anne Lewis. Anne, are you here? Yes, Judith, you can. That's not a problem. We have pearls on the website, or if it's certain colours, for example, in my swap pot, you can either send me an email and I can invoice you. That's the best way of doing it. I mean, you could let me know if, for example, you wanted one from Swap Pot today, you could let me know and I can pop them to the side. And as long as I don't get requested, you then pop me an email over it and I would invoice you that way. If that didn't make it sound too complicated. It's not complicated, but I think I just made it complicated. Anne, hello. And you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells. Pop. What do you think? Okay, so what I'll do, Judith, is I'll pop one in a bag. If you pop me an email over and just let me know it's one of the ones I've popped in a bag, and then I'll invoice you for it and then just attach that onto your invoice and I'll send it off once it's paid. I hope that makes sense. If you've already got an order here with me, let me know and I can add it on so you don't have to pay postage. If not, I can just include that in the invoice, not a problem. And Nunu Rainbow and donate, not a problem. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for, Anne? So let me get this open and let's go down. So your Nunu Rainbow Oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a darker chocolate pearl. And there's no more in that one. Okay, Anne, what do you think to a darker chocolate? Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. Are you happy with this one? If you're not happy, I can swap him for you. If I pop him on the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. What do you think to a darker chocolate? Swap for a bright lemon yellow. Let me have a little look. Okay, if you have a look at this one here, can you just confirm for me if you're happy with that one? I'm going to take your chocolate away. Are you happy with that yellow there? Let me bring you back up again. And I'm popping this on here for you. Just wait to see if you're happy with that one. I know, another chocolate bites of dust. Boom. And my lovely, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next then is Nicola Bagshaw. Nicola, are you here? Oh, and my lovely, I couldn't see a comment before that, but I hope that yellow was okay. If it's not, do say, and I'll grab your order back. We can change it. It's not a problem. I can see the word pop. I can't see if you. So if you type what you wanted to say and put pop at the end of that, like in one bubble comment, does that make sense? I'm looking for Nicola Bagshaw. Nicola, are you here? Nikki, hello. Mystery and donate. Perfect. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? So let's go down. Your mystery oyster. Nikki, that's a soft pop there, my lovely. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And let's have a squid in here. And you're twinning. Nikki, you are twinning with Pinkle twins there. There's no more in that one. Let me dry these up for you and I'll pop them in the sand. What do you think to Pinkle twins? Now, again, if you're not happy with these, I can swap them for you. If you are happy, that's perfect. What do you think? If I pop your Pinkle twins on the board, Pinkle number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Pinkle number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. They are both the same size there. What do you think to those? I'm just going to bring you back up. Oh, they're perfect. Perfect. I'm glad you're happy with those. You also have a Dizzy Treasure as well, Nikki. So I'm just popping this on here. I hope you get what you're hoping for. Sorry, just moving the bags out of the way. So good luck, my lovely. And you have number 4. So number 4 is, you pick which number section you would like. So I'm just going to grab the number sections, my lovely. If you can have a quick read through and let me know which one you would like. So there you go there. So basically all this number means is you just pick which one you would like. It's as simple as that. That means that it's completely in your control. Nikki, what do you think? Number 8. Okay, so number 8 is a cage pendant of your choice and 2 oyster openings. So we'll do the 2 oyster openings now. When you're ready, if you could pop me an email over with any cage pendant on the website, what cage pendant you would like, and then I can get that all booked in for you, Nikki. Okay. I hope you're happy with that. Thank you, Bab. Okay, so let's go down. Oyster number 1 from your surprise bag. There's one side and the other side. Wow, 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 wow. You are twinning. And you're twinning with Smurf Blue twins. Oh, I love them. Smurf Blues are quite rare. We don't often get a Smurf Blue, and you've just got Smurf Blue twins. They are beautiful. Moving on to your surprise oyster number 2, Nikki. There's one side and the other side. And in here, you are twinning for a second time. And you're twinning with blush pinks there. And there's no more in that one. So twinning blues and twinning pinks. Oh, I love them. I'm just going to pop these blues over so the pinks can fit in next to them. And then with a cage pendant, you'll be able to swap and change the pearls around as and when you'd like to. So you'll have those pearls to swap and change. I hope you're happy with those. If you would like to take a screenshot of these, I'll just hold them still for you for a moment. And then if we pop them on the board, blush pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Blush pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Smurf blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And Smurf blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. Oh, he's an 8, sorry. Oh, so let me bring you back up. Nikki, I hope you're happy with all of those. So you've got Pinkle twins, Blush pink twins, and Smurf blue twins. I love that opening. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And thank you for the donations with your shells. And just pop me that email over when you're ready and I can get everything booked in for you. And that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next is Kim Cherryman. Kim, are you here? No, Nikki, you're very, very welcome. Kim, you're here as well. Sorry. Okay, so Kim, you also have a dizzy treasure. Good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. And you have number 2. Okay, so number 2 is a set pendant of your choice with 1 opening. So I'll need an email with your order number and any set pendant of your choice. So again, that's no cage pendants, any other pendant that's on the website that holds 1 oyster. It is yours. So your choice even. So you have 1 opening with that. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Let's go down. I do hope you're happy with that spin, Kim. Your surprise oyster There's one side and the other side. And in here, we have a slightly darker pearl there. There's no more pearls in that one. Donate the shells, Kimmy. Perfect. Thank you very much for that. Now, if we have a closer look at his colour, he is a silver, but he looks like he's got a slight hint of green to him. So definitely base silver with that hint of green. If I pop him in the sand, and again, if you would like to take a screenshot of him here, because that may aid you in your decision with your set pendant. And if I pop him on the board for you, Kim, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Let me bring you back up. So I do hope you're happy with that one as well. Ooh. So if you can email me when you're ready with what set pendant you would like, and then I can get everything booked in for you, okay? Thank you very, very much for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Sorry, I just made... No, you're very, very welcome, Kimmy. Made everything fall. Okay, and up next is Alison Monroe. Alison, are you here? Alison Monroe, are you here? Alison, hello. We'll do your oyster openings first, Alison, if that's okay. So you've got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate, not a problem. Is there, oh, I'm just going to pull that bit out. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So number 1 and number 2. Let me get these open for you, my lovely. There's 1 and 2. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster, number 1. You have a light pop there. And straight away in here, there's your mother of pearl. I can see, oh, one's popped out, but you are twinning. And you're twinning with darker purple twins there, Alison. There's no more in that one. So your first oyster has given you darker purples. You're hoping for sea greens. Okay, not a problem. Fingers crossed for your sea greens. There's your purples in the sand. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. And we have a light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And in here you have a runaway. And I can see again that you are twinning. And again, you're twinning with darker twins there. And there's no more in that one. So if I just have a look, see what colour these twins are. You are twinning with a dark purple, and then this one here is a dark blue. So you've got twinning dark purples, and then you've got twinning one purple, one blue. What do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. Which one would you like on your jewellery? And if you're not happy, do let me know and I can swap them for you. And again, I'll need to know which colour you'd like on your jewellery. So purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's also a 6.5. So they're the same size there. The dark blue of the second set of twins is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then the purple of twin set 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5 as well. Oh, really, Stella? Oh, Lindsay, I love that, my lovely. If you could pop that information over in an email for me, and then I can get that all booked in for you. Can you swap the purple for a natural pink? You can. So that's, I've taken away the purple that was the purple and blue twin. If that's the wrong purple, however, do let me know. That is pink there. That is a natural pink. I don't know if the sun's shining. No, the sun's not shining, but and the other twin for a sea green. There we go. Are you happy with that one? And now, is this the blue that you'd like to swap out or the purple? So would you prefer to swap out the blue or the purple? The green on the jewellery, that's not a problem. So swapping out the blue or the purple. Just going to bring you back up. Oh, pink on the jewellery. Okay, yes, that's absolutely fine. So you've kept the blue, purple swap, pink on the jewellery. I'm just popping them in here for you, and then let me write that down. That's not a problem. Thank you for clarifying that for me, Alison. You also then have a Dizzy Treasure. So let me spin the wheel for you. Good luck. I hope you get what you're hoping for. And you have number 13. So number 13 is you pick a item off the website which has one oyster opening. So basically there is terms and conditions if you read the terms and conditions on the Dizzy Treasure on the website. But apart from that, completely your choice. Anything that has one opening you get to pick from. So basically the website is yours to choose from, Alison. I hope you're happy with that. So that does come with the one opening. Let me get him open. And let's go down. So in here, there's one side hoping for a ring, you can definitely pick a ring if you would like to, and you have a Blurple pearl for whatever item you pick, and it's quite a nice sized Blurple as well actually. Let me dry him up for you. Here is your Blurple pearl. If I pop him on the board, oh no, sorry, in the sand. And if you'd like to take a screenshot of this, my lovely, and then that way you can possibly refer back to it if you would like to while you're picking your item. If I pop him on the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Alison, I hope you're happy with that one. Just bringing you back up here. And I'm just popping him on here as well for you. Okay, so once you've had a look at the website, if you could email me with your 5-digit order invoice number and what item you would like, and then I can get that all booked in for you, my lovely. Okay. I hope you're happy with that. I want to thank you for the donations with your shells as well, Alison. No, you can put, doesn't have to be a ring at all. The number 13 is you pick an item off the website. So anything that has one opening, I believe it's a value of £50 and under, you get to pick from. So it doesn't have to be a ring if you don't want to. It can be anything, Alison. So have a little think and just let me know when you're ready and when you've made up your mind. Okay. I hope you're happy with that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just double checking this. Yes, you have to have, oh, that pearl. Yes, that pearl is the one from the Dizzy Treasure. So it does have to be that pearl on the item, my lovely. That is the conditions of the Dizzy Treasure. Okay, so that has brought us to the end, I believe, I'm just double checking, of the order list for today. Yeah, it does have to be that pearl. So we're going to be live again on, no, it's Friday, we're going to be live again on Sunday. So if you would like to order for Sunday, I can add you to the order list. We'll be live around an earlier start, 7:30 BST on Sunday. I hope to see you there. I all hope you have a brilliant weekend. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to our brilliant admins as well. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.